Fast food nightmares.
Yes, there's a photo. A Michigan mother may be looking to quit fast food as a New Year's resolution after discovering her fish sandwich came with extra protein. After getting McDonald's takeout on Wednesday night, the woman took a bite out of her filet-o-fish before picking it apart as part of her usual routine. While inspecting the deep-fried patty, she found a worm weaved between the fish and its breading. Ew! The woman went back to the store to complain, but they could only offer her a refund and a corporate number to call. She declined the refund, as well as an attempt to take the tainted sandwich away, supposedly for testing. Instead, the woman stored the wormy patty in her freezer for safekeeping. McDonald's corporate seems to have made contact, though whether or not the issue has been resolved remains unclear.
If you're visiting Hong Kong anytime soon, stay away from the McNuggets, because they might be made from reprocessed expired meats. Yuck! After seeing how McNuggets are made in this Chinese factory, you may want to cross this McDonald's favorite off your to-eat list forever. Especially because the scandal-stricken US-owned factory in China, Husi Food, is the supplier for Hong Kong Mickey D's. The only silver lining is that investigations have revealed the Hong Kong McDonald's supplier to be the Hebei branch of Husi, instead of the Shanghai branch, which was caught reprocessing rotten meat to make chicken nuggets. So far, the Center for Food Safety of Hong Kong have not ordered the Husi's Hebei branch to stop supplying the fast food chain. Officials are also investigating McDonald's freezer storage space. However, the scandal leaves a rotten taste in consumers' mouths, who now prefer the McFish over the McRotten chicken nuggets. I'd rather avoid the McNuggets at McDonald's. McDonald's isn't known for quality foods anyway. And now with the rotten meat scandal, I'll just not go there altogether. The rotten meat scandal broke when it was revealed that the Macau McDonald's used chicken processed by Shanghai's Husi in May and June. The official Provisional Municipal Council of Macau demanded the suspension of chicken imports back then and prohibited selling chicken items at McDonald's in Macau. However, when Apple Daily called them, the fast food chain said no product sales had been suspended. McDonald's in Japan is also affected by the scandal, as 20% of their McNuggets are supplied by Husi Food. McDonald's have announced that they will work with other suppliers.
Customer swallows screw found inside McDonald's hamburger. Employees at McDonald's in Japan seem to be screwing around on the job. That seems to be the only sensible explanation for why a customer recently ended up accidentally swallowing a screw in his hamburger. The unidentified man had ordered a hamburger from a local McDonald's, but halfway through his meal realized that something seemed a bit off. He'd definitely bitten something harder than your average cucumber. The customer decided to go to the hospital to check to see if anything was amiss. When he got an x-ray, doctors discovered a 3-inch screw inside the man's stomach. McDonald's has since offered a full-throated apology, a refund, and agreed to cover all of the man's hospital expenses. They've also carried out an examination of the local McDonald's, but no screws were found to be missing or broken. So McDonald's staff are baffled by how it got into the hamburger. Doesn't this whole thing sound a bit screwy to you?
Dead rodent found in Subway sandwich in Oregon. Finding something nasty and unexpected in your food at a restaurant is the last thing you want. When Jay Armstead and Matt Jones went to the Subway restaurant in Lincoln City, Oregon for their lunch break, they were shocked to find a rodent in the spinach of a sandwich. Jones documented the incident by snapping a picture, and a Subway employee gave them a full refund. Following the discovery of a rodent in the spinach, the entire contaminated stock was disposed of, and the restaurant passed a health check. Unfortunately, for previous customers, they unknowingly ate spinach that came in contact with the rodent, which is believed to have gotten into the sandwich from the bagged spinach rather than coming from somewhere inside the restaurant. Jones reportedly called Subway headquarters customer service to complain and ask that other customers be notified about the rodent, but he said they laughed and said that would be impossible. Cheryl Connell, director of Lincoln County Health and Human Services, said that although it's not very appetizing, the risk of someone getting sick from eating spinach from the same bin as a rodent is pretty low.
Mom discovers maggots in son's KFC fried chicken. It's a fast food nightmare as frightening as it gets. On October 10th, a concerned mother posted this video to YouTube of her son's fried chicken meal, courtesy of none other than the Colonel. On October 2nd, she took the 5-year-old boy to a KFC in West Helena, Arkansas, for a bucket of fried chicken. Shortly after the meal, the boy began gagging and vomiting, and she rushed him to the hospital with a bout of food poisoning. She must have held on to the meal, and for good reason. After inspecting the meal, she noticed little fly eggs inside the meat. By the next day, the eggs had hatched into a full-blown explosion of maggots. Ew! In response to the mother's claims, KFC released a statement saying it was highly unlikely the contamination happened in its restaurant. The company pointed to the fact a health inspector had come by days earlier and had taken a good look around the location for anything that would be of concern. KFC also noted that its cooking methods would also make it practically impossible for the eggs to survive the scorching hot temperatures the dead birds are put through. That being said, how much are you craving a finger-licking good drumstick right about now?
Chipotle, bringing the freshest E. coli and norovirus to Americans everywhere.
For months, Chipotle has been adding a new ingredient to its Mexican cuisine, E. coli, and Americans seem to love it.
But with tough competition from traditional Mexican chain Taco Bell,
Chipotle has decided to mix things up by adding norovirus to the menu. Boston college students have been experiencing serious bouts of vomiting and explosive diarrhea after eating at the Cleveland Circle Chipotle. The students are being tested for E. coli and norovirus, both of which can cause upchuck and severe runs. Chipotle has been struggling with an E. coli outbreak, which has sickened 52 people in 9 states and battered the burrito chain's sales and stock price. But since Americans are too lazy to cook for themselves, a little E. coli or norovirus won't stop them from eating there. Chipotle is enhancing its food safety measures with DNA-based tests, end-of-shelf-life testing, and additional internal training. What it should be doing is just changing up its marketing. Looking for a quick cleanse or a way to shed some pounds? Head over to Chipotle.
Arriba, arriba, ándale, ándale!
Hold on to your sweet tooth. McDonald's seems to be on a mission to kill us with calories, one decadent food item at a time. After unleashing chocolate-covered fries on Japan, it's now targeting unsuspecting Italians with something they won't be able to resist. 2 days after humanity effed itself up, Mickey D's decided to console the world by making a dessert burger filled with everyone's favorite hazelnut spread. No meat, no cheese, no pickles, just carbs and choco hazelnutty goodness. But you'll have to fly to Italy if you want Nutella between your buns. And you'll probably need to have more than one, because the sweetie con Nutella is definitely not American-sized. Might be a good idea just to make your own dessert witch, or better yet, just eat it straight out of the jar like a proper Nutella monster. Although if the Nutella burger ever comes to our shores, definitely not complaining.
Girl bites into McDonald's chicken wrap and tastes frog. Like any kid, this 10-year-old girl was excited to eat at McDonald's, but after taking her first bite, it wasn't exactly a happy meal. On October 31st, Cordelia Buckley and her dad made a snack stop at McDonald's. After a long day trip in the car, they ordered what Cordelia probably thought would be a tasty, tender, big flavor sweet chili chicken wrap. They got their McDonald's meal and were ready to head home. Her dad driving, Cordelia dug into her bag and pulled out her food to feast. But when she bit into the hefty wrap, she immediately tasted something funny. Well, it wasn't so funny, actually, when she put down the wrap and opened it up to find a dead frog. A Halloween prank, maybe? Disgusted, Cordelia's dad says he called McDonald's to complain, but the manager simply offered a refund and asked for the frog back to investigate. A McDonald's spokesman says there's no reason to believe the frog came from their restaurant. The frog, 4 inches long, is now being preserved in the family's freezer. Meanwhile, poor little Cordelia has reportedly sworn off McDonald's forever. Whoever said frog tastes like chicken, anyway?
Woman finds rodent baked into Chick-Fil-A sandwich. Been having a craving for Chick-Fil-A? Probably not for long. A woman in Pennsylvania is taking the fast food chain to task after discovering an unwanted extra topping baked into her chicken sandwich. Yummy! Last November, 46-year-old Ellen Manfaluti and her co-worker were sitting down for their lunch break, courtesy of Chick-Fil-A. When Manfaluti took a bite, she felt something funny, but figured the bun was just really badly burnt. It didn't take long for her to realize she'd just tasted rodent. Apparently, the whiskers and tail were what tipped her off. Horrified, Manfaluti had the bun sent in for testing, and sure enough, lab reports confirmed the sandwich bun consisted of a small mouse or rat that appeared fried. Her lawyer has since reached out to Chick-fil-A, but claims the company has only responded by referring him to its insurance company. Chick-fil-A's owner, Dave Heffernan, has stated he won't comment on the allegations while an investigation is underway. Manfaluti claims she's been having recurring nightmares and is now seeking $50,000 in damages for her pain, suffering, emotional distress, sleeplessness, anxiety, and PTSD. If you think she's got it bad, just imagine, that poor little rat became his own last meal. So, you still craving Chick-fil-A? Didn't think so.
It's raining rats! From the E. coli outbreak in 2015 to the more recent norovirus scare in Virginia, seems Tex-Mex chain Chipotle just can't catch a break. And now with rodents reportedly making an appearance at a store in Dallas, you might want to start bidding those burrito bowls goodbye. At least 3 rats were crawling around inside a Chipotle in Dallas's West End historic district in what we can only assume was a quest to satisfy a mad craving for Mexican. The rats soon dropped in, falling from the ceiling and scaring the guacamole out of the lunch crowd. A video taken by a disgusted customer shows one rat lying limp while its companion scurries about, and another tries to frantically climb up a wall. Employees apologized and took the varmints away, and the rat's rear entry point was later spotted and repaired. Still, Chipotle's taking extra precautions, so the store has been temporarily closed for remodeling. On the bright side, at least the rats weren't cooking the meals. It might have been cute in Ratatouille, but in real life, that pesky rodent is gonna get it faster than you can say Disney.